Hi, I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today we're working on the 4th of July hat centerpiece, and this is just a real simple centerpiece that we're going to create from a hat. I found these at the Dollar Tree. If they didn't have them, you could find any silver hats. You may have them left over from New Year's Eve celebration, and you could just put a ribbon around it. It doesn't have to be one that's 4th of July. You could put a red, white, or blue ribbon around it, and we'll start decorating it from there. So I'm just going to use a silver ribbon that I have from Christmas decorations. If not, you can run to the store and purchase one. And I'm going to cut it at an angle. And you always want the wire ribbon because that way you can use them again next year. And I'm going to start with the tail, and I'm going to twist it and decide about how long I want the loops to be. We don't want the loops too long in this one. We don't have enough inner ribbon, and we don't want it too big for the hat. So it's probably between 3 and 4 inches. And then we twist our ribbon again, and we want the loop the same on both sides. So we're going to kind of measure them that way. And each time we start a new loop, we twist where we meet up at where my fingers are in the middle, and that's what makes the loops lay down. You always want to do your loops like on each side 3, 5, 7. You don't want them even. So we're going to try and do 5 loops on this one, 2 on the top and 3 on the bottom. I have a video that goes into a little bit more detail about the loops if you want to, but you could use red, white, or blue, or you could use the silver. The silver is fine. And I always look for clearances and for colors that I can use with other holidays. So we've got all of that done, and what I did was I cut ahead of time, and I should have done that first. So I'm just going to use my, I'll go back to that in a second. I'm going to use my garland, and I cut some different links off of my garland. And this is just a star garland you can find at the dollar stores. And I did about 6 or 8 of these, and I just cut them with wire cutters. And I was going to have all that ready. So when I got my ribbon done here, I'm just going to pick these on and put these in as well. So I actually am going to take them with my pipe cleaners, and you can use whatever color pipe cleaner won't show. And then we're going to tie these right on the middle of that bow, so you've got all your loops and your tails. And just tie it around. If you don't have pipe cleaners, you can use wire, but it is so much easier to tie a ribbon with pipe cleaner than it is wire. It's my personal favorite anyway. So we have all of these different tails sticking out now, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a pencil or anything that's got that shape to it, and we're just going to wrap these guys around. Try not to get the stars tucked in the pencil, and you might want to make sure on your wires you get that little end tucked in, especially if you have little kids around, that it can be a little bit sharp. We're just going to wrap all these. Now, on the first one I did, I just took some picks, 4th of July picks that I found at my craft store, and tucked those in the ribbon. And you can do that if you don't want to make the garland, but the garland's only going to cost you $1, and you'd only need 1 instead of your picks where you may need 2 or 3 minimum. So I'm going to go ahead and finish twisting all of these, and we'll get ready to put it on the hat. I've got all of these guys all curled up. You actually could probably curl them before you put them onto the bow, and then you just set that on. And I like this guy a little bit better because he's a little bit smaller than the first one I did, and it's not going to overwhelm the hat. And then you could either tie it onto the bow, or I don't have a bow, you could even poke a hole there, but I'm going to use my low temp glue gun and just glue it directly on there. Make sure it's not high temper. You will melt the plastic hat if it is made out of plastic, but you could put a hole in it and then tie it on the other side, whatever you wanted to do. Make sure your tails to your bow are pointing down, and you want to make sure that you press that down so that the bow goes in there, and hold that to make sure that you get all of that nice and secure while it cools. But there's so many picks and 4th of July things that you can put into the hat, and just a simple decoration just is going to make a real fun, festive piece for your 4th of July. And how simple and quick that was when you need a decoration that fast. Come on over to miriamjoy.com to see what other fun things we've got going on our website, where we continue to bring you new products every day. Thank you so much. God bless.